Hello there everybody, thanks for joining me for another week. I'm Kym Gow from Colour Passion. Today I thought we would play with some of our pigments and we would also incorporate some Rust-Oleum spray. I'm going to use the Stone Coat Art Coat and we're going to put our Colour Passion pigments in, and I thought we would use Chestnut, which is a brown, Burnt Toffee Sparkle, which is just gorgeous. It's like a rust colour sparkle, beautiful. Bronze Passion and Kaleidoscope Sparkle Interference, because this is gorgeous. If you haven't tried it, please give it a go. It is beautiful and you'll see some magic happen today with it, because what we're going to do is we're going to mix up the pigments, we're going to pour it over, then we're going to actually let it sit for about 45 minutes. Then we're going to spray the Rust-Oleum over, and then we're going to do what RK3 Designs, aka Rhonda, who is so clever. I think she created this, but anyway, that's where I've learned it from, and it's fabulous. And so we're going to have alcohol and we're going to sort of just drip it over the top, and you'll see, you know, some magic happen. So come along, have some fun and enjoy, and remember, if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that notifications button, and if you've got something out of today, give us a like. That'd be so good. All right guys, let's go and have some fun. Okay, here we are back again. So I've just popped the cups here because I have mixed the resin, and now I'm going to pop them in the cups. So we'll start with this one here. With a chestnut, I think. We'll have lots of kaleidoscope because that is so pretty. We'll have a bit of bronze and we'll have some burnt toffee, which will be lovely. Hopefully there's not too much background noise here. I've got exhaust fans going, I've got pure air purifiers going, I've got the door wide open. Really important always to have good ventilation when you're working, even though with the art coat actually it's really good, there's no VOCs, so it's actually a safe one to work with. However, you've still got to be wise. Okay, so that should do that. Plus the fact it's quite hot here today. We're getting moving from our spring into summer, I think. It's the hottest day we've had so far. So that's why I'm doing this tonight. So if everything looks a little dark, that's probably why. All right, so always give your paste a good stir. And this one's quite liquid. So let me look. I might have to just add a lob on there. Whoops, messy girl today. Okay, there we go. Pop that to there. Remember, it's generally, as a rough guide, it is a teaspoon. If you've got a full cup of resin, roughly about a teaspoon of pigment. Give you a bit of a guide. Generally no more than 10% of pigment to your amount of resin. Otherwise it upsets the chemistry between it all, and it'll go off super quick and really hot and smoking and steaming, and not a good thing. You've wasted your resin. And that's why you need to use good pigments which are specially formulated to work with resin. So you may get away with some of the acrylics, liquids, golden liquids are quite good. But the point is, if you were to use generally acrylics, let's say your heavy body ones from your tubes or whatever, what you might find is that there actually isn't enough depth in the colour. So that's why, and then you'll go over that 10% rule. So it's really quite, you know, important to be thinking about those sorts of things. Okay, there we go. And this resin goes a long, pigments. They're concentrated, they go an awful long way, so you're absolutely fine. They will last you a long time. Now, this here I am going to put a bit more in, because being powder, it's not quite you know, it doesn't have the chemical in it, it is inert. So I have put a bit more in, and also I want to have a really lovely effect with the sparkles, the kaleidoscope sparkles. Just giving that a little stir before we get into mixing it properly. Okay, then we've got some bronze passion. Very pretty colour this. It's a real sort of, oops, probably much lovely floating metal. Bronze passion. If you can see that there. It's gorgeous. It really is so beautiful. Okay, then we'll go with our burnt toffee sparkle. Again, this is so pretty. It is sort of a coppery rust colour. Gorgeous. Okay. I'm slowly stirring it now, just until it's sort of combined with the resin, because otherwise if you go madly straight away, you'll get all the little bits of glitter fluttering into the air, and it's not fit to breathe in. So the reason why I haven't got a ventilator on is because, or respirator I should say, not ventilator, respirator, is because otherwise I wouldn't be able to talk to you. So, and I have got all the precautions with really good ventilation, which is important. Okay, so now we've got our colours. So we'll just pop them to one side, and what we'll do now is we will start to pour. I like to use the darker colour first, and this is the chestnut. So here we go. Okay, let's just pop a little bit more out of that cup. Okay, there we go. Then we'll put our lovely, lovely burnt toffee sparkle. As I said, you know, I'm not doing anything in any particular, sorry, I don't have a plan is what I'm saying. I'm just basically pouring it as it comes out and letting it go where it wants to go. Of course, if you wanted to plan up your piece, you could certainly do that. I always think that resin's got a mind of its own anyway, so it's always going to do what it wants to do. Okay, this is this lovely bronze passion. Very pretty colour. So we're just going to come through. Okay. Oh, and there goes my low sugar. My pump again. Sorry folks, I'll be back in a tick. Here we are back again after some glucose. Sorry guys, it's the hazard of being an insulin dependent diabetic and an insulin pump, and it seems to always want to go off when I'm doing a pour with you. So sorry about that. Now I'm just going to pour this over, and I might leave a little bit because I might come back and use that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit it with the torch, just basically to get rid of all the bubbles that have just been brought to the surface in the stirring process. I'm going over this pretty quickly, so should be fine. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tilt the board so that it's all covered with resin. Okay, we're nearly there. I mean, you could speed this up yourself. You could even do it probably with your hands just to sort of get it all covered, or with a spatula even. That bit is covered with just some of the kaleidoscope sparkle interference, and it's just obviously in the resin, so it looks white, but it's not. All right, then we've got over here just a little bit there. All right, so hopefully it's going to behave itself. All right, so now I'm just going to put a little bit more of this because I love it. And obviously some of this is going to run off anyway, so we'll just, you know, doesn't really matter. And it's so pretty when you put the black over it. It shines, so even though that looks a bit over the top, I think you'll find it'll be all right. Well, I hope it will be. I hope it will be. We shall find out together. All right, so now I'm going to leave this for 45 minutes. Actually, no, I'm going to leave it for 30 minutes, I think. I'll come and I'll take the tape off, although this resin does seem to be a bit runnier, a bit more viscous than what I'm used to. So I might leave it actually the full 45, I think. Then I'll come back, I'll take the tape off, then I'll spray with the Rust-Oleum. We're over there. I'm going to spray it with that, and then I'm going to do the magic with the 100% isopropyl alcohol. So be back in 45. Okay, we're back again. It's been 45 minutes, so I'm now just going to pull off this tape away. And just put that tape into the bin. Okay, and we're just going to make sure that this is all around the sides. Okay. Still fairly liquid, which is interesting. Not used to, you know, it being this liquid. I'm always used to the other Farms epoxy, which is by 20 minutes would be, yeah, quite well set up. But anyway, that's okay. All right, so now here goes the fun part. Are we ready? So what we're going to do first, just going to shake the spray can. Still just running off a bit. I'm just wondering whether I should just let that maybe go another few minutes just to make sure it's finished its dripping. It has poured this way a little bit because the tape didn't hold. I don't have a word to my chap that makes them, because they're not, the tape's not sticking as well as it did, and it's not the tape. So I think it's that it's not smooth enough. It must be like a little bit of a texture, and that's why the tape is not sticking to it properly. Okay, it's not really, I mean, it's dripping off, it's not pouring off, so we might go. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is spray it with the Rust-Oleum. Okay. So it's all black now. Let it for a tick, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to see some magic happen. What I'm doing is with my hand, I'm just going to put the, there we go, isopropyl alcohol onto it. And that is the magic. And especially where we've got our beautiful kaleidoscope sparkle interference. Just, you can, you know, spritz it, or this is, as I said, it's called the Italian drip, so it just makes bigger droplets. So I mean, you know, you could do that as a piece of art, or if you wanted to use it as a background, you could. If you wanted to use it perhaps as a piece of like a countertop, there's all sorts of things you can do, and it's really quite interesting. If you let them get too big, obviously, you know, you're going to get this sort of happening. But you know, it is what it is. And I might just spritz it on that corner so you can sort of see by spritzing it kind of what it does. So it depends on what colours you've got underneath as what you want to see come through. But I love it. When I've seen Rhonda do it, I just have loved what she's done with it, and I really wanted to try it so that I could show you guys how we can do it as well. As I said, it's something you know, a little bit different, but we like that. That's good. Just trying to put some over that, particularly the kaleidoscope sparkle, because I do love that. I'll just see a little bit more come up. Okay, so there we go. That certainly was something a little different. And I really, really hope that it's going to turn out pretty, because I guess it'll keep moving for a little bit. So we'll see what it looks like once it's cured. And hopefully we'll have a nice bit of sunshine so that I'll be able to show you very clearly what it looks like. I mean, if you have a bigger area and you have, you know, lots of obviously alcohol on it, I've really just put little drips on, but I mean, if you had big ones on, then you would sort of see it. In fact, I'll just put a bit more on perhaps, and we'll just see. I don't want to put too much on, but just so you can see how it goes. Now, it's interesting that you do have to wait and leave it for that probably good 45 minutes. This is with the art coat, obviously, because otherwise, I did try it initially and I was disappointed, but I didn't realise I had to wait the time. You're waiting till it thickens and then you get your beautiful result here. So I hope that has been of interest to you, and I'll see you tomorrow when we have some sunshine to show you how it's all finished. Okay, here we are inside. I just wanted to show you this is beautiful, and the sparkle is incredible under the LED lights. And that is, of course, our beautiful kaleidoscope sparkle interference. Really, really pretty. So I'm very happy with that. Now I'm going to take you outside and just show you, because it's so difficult inside because everything reflects. So hopefully, yeah, we'll be able to get around it okay. Okay, here we are for the reveal. It's late in the day here because being dark, it reflects everything. It's very hard to show you. What I wanted to show you, I'm a little disappointed because it moves so much. I'm not used to working with this resin. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to redo it, but instead of leaving it sort of in the lines and patterns and that I did, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on and I'm going to meld it together. Then I'm going to wait at least an hour before I come over with the spray. And I'm hoping that that is going to create the look that I want. And it'll be a learning experience for us all. So yeah, I mean, you can see one effect, but we're going to go for another. So there'll be this is part A, and there'll be a part B coming up. That'll have to be next week because I'm going away for a couple of days. Lucky me, who hardly ever gets a break. It's actually Erica from ATD put it beautifully, burnout break, and that's about me. So yeah, I hope that you've learnt something with it. It's still interesting, a very interesting technique. So from that point of view, you know, as I say, if you don't give it a go, you're never going to know. So I did, and we're going to go for part B, and let's see how we can even improve on it even more. Okay guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.